My name is Jane and welcome to Radiant Heart Yoga. This practice is going to be for the psoas muscles and finding some flexibility there, exploring your range of movement in terms of the lengthening of those muscles, and we'll be stretching the front of the hip where the psoas runs into, and we'll be decompressing the lower back where the psoas attaches as it wraps around the sides of the body into the lumbar spine. There's a little bit more information about the psoas in the description for the video because it's a really important postural muscle. So you'll need a brick or a stack of books or something like that, and we're going to come down and you're going to press into your feet, and you can choose a level of the brick and place it on this bony shelf between the curve of your lower back and the curve of your bottom. And then from here you're going to draw your left knee in, and you can hold the back of your thigh at first, see how it feels, and then you're going to reach your right leg out and relax here, keeping your shoulders grounded down, and then just putting a little bit of pressure down through this right heel so that the muscles slightly engaged at the same time as you stretch it. And then you're just basically going to draw your left knee closer as you press your right heel away. You might be able to reach the front of your thigh. And if you want to do a few little circles with this opposite foot, this left foot, ready for your standing poses. And I would definitely suggest that if it feels really tight for you in this area, that you spend longer in this first releasing pose. And then when you're ready, you're going to switch. So bring both feet down for stability, and then bring your right knee in, make any adjustments that you need on your brick, and lengthen your left leg out. Relax your shoulders, breathing here. Circling, and not forgetting to just gently kick that left heel into the floor. Maybe you can reach for your shin. You need to be able to keep your shoulders on the floor. It's not about how whereabouts you get on this to hold on this leg. It's what you can feel on this side and how much can you release in your lower back. And then lowering both knees, picking up your hips and releasing down, pressing into your elbows to come up, taking your hands behind you, and then bringing your knees in towards your chest. And we're going to circle in a clockwise direction with the knees. And then placing the left foot down and bringing your right heel into your left knee or thigh, and then lift your hips up. Release your right leg up, inhale, and then as you exhale, maybe drop your head down. So this is similar to what we just did. You're going to push your toes down and lift your hips up. Inhale, bring the leg back up. Exhale, press it down. Last one, inhale and exhale. Slowly lower your hips down and get hold of your right leg and lift it up. So you can hold anywhere on the leg, bending your elbows and just drawing that leg a little bit closer, and then bring your left knee in towards your right knee. So you're using your psoas muscles at the moment. And then turn your left foot out slightly and extend that left leg out. Maybe touch your right heel with your left toes. And then slowly release. And you're going to step your right foot forwards. You're going to cup the floor with your hands. And then bring the left knee back. And then from here, you're going to untuck your left toes, take your right hand underneath your right knee crease, bring your hands to prayer, come deeply into the stretch. So this is where you're trying to stretch the front of this left hip, and maybe bend that left knee, pointing your toes, releasing wherever you can in the front of that left hip. And then releasing your hands down, and you're going to slide this right leg through and lift it up. Take a big breath in here, and as you exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, come back up, so just a little bit of upper body strength, and then reach back for your right foot with your left hand, and then lift the leg up and push your foot and your hand into one another. And then release your left hand down, reach your right leg back, and kick your left foot out a little bit, and then arcing over and really pressing your hips forwards to stretch out at the front of the hip. And then slowly lower your right hand down, lower your right knee, and then bend your knees. And kick your heels in towards your sit bones. Inhale, you're going to drop, bend your elbows. Exhale, come back to child's pose. Inhale, bend your knees, lowering your chin down. Exhale, back to child's pose. One more, inhale, upper body strength, exhale. This time, slide your knees all the way down and extend your legs out. Come onto your forearms and pull your hips forward, so really stretch. And then from here, straighten your right arm, hold underneath your right shoulder, twist to the right. And as you exhale, drop your left shoulder. Inhale, back up. And exhale, release. Keep your hands forwards and just gently draw your chest back to feel the opening in the front of the hip. Releasing. And then from here, pressing up and coming all the way onto your knees. Inhale. Reach your arms up, so you've got your Kali Mudra, and then exhale, bringing your fingers to the floor. Inhale, and exhale. One more, inhale, and exhale. Circle your hands back, find that same mudra. Inhale here, and then you're going to start to circle all the way through, pressing your hips forwards as you straighten up. One more. And release. Sit to the side and swing your legs back around to the front for the other side. So taking your hands behind you, and this time we're going to go anti-clockwise, circling the knees. And then releasing your right foot down and bringing your left heel to rest on the top of, unless you've got slidey pants on, and then lift your hips up. Release your left leg up, inhale, and then exhale, point your toes, press your foot towards the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press the foot down, lift up. One more, inhale, and exhale, press. Lower your hips down, and then bring this left leg up, holding anywhere on the leg, and you can cross at your wrist as well and hold that leg up. And then from here, bring your right knee in towards your left knee, and that might be fine, you can stay there, or turn this right foot out to release your psoas, and maybe lift your right toes up to your left heel, and then slowly lowering down and bringing yourself forwards into a lunge. And then from your lunge, taking your left hand under your left knee crease and bringing your hands to prayer. Really sink your hips down into the lunge. Find your balance and maybe bend that right knee, pointing your toes, and drop your hips a little bit deeper. Release your hands. Inhale, sweep this left leg back. Bend your knee. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Reach back with your right hand for your left foot and press your foot into your hands. Release your left foot down. Kick your right foot back a little bit, and then reach your left arm alongside your ear and press your hips forwards. Slowly lowering your left hand down and bringing your heels up back towards your sit bones. Inhale, bend. You don't have to come down this far. And exhale, back to child's pose. So this is a lot of upper body strength. So you can just lower down maybe an inch until you're ready to be able to press back up. And lower all the way down. Come onto your forearms. Pull your pelvis and your chest forwards. And then straighten your left arm and bring your right hand to the shoulder from underneath. Twisting to the left. And then as you exhale, dropping your right elbow down. Inhale, come back up. And keep your both arms straight. Maybe walk them in a little bit. Think about lengthening your tailbone as you lift your chest. And then keep walking back. And from here, we're just going to interlace the hands and we're going to go the opposite way. So you're circling in the opposite direction. Pressing your pelvis forwards as you circle down. And then release. Take a few breaths in child's pose. And then coming back up, bringing your left hand onto your sacrum. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and back, and then take your right hand to the back of your neck and wrap your left arm behind. Turn back to the front, big breath in, push your hips forwards, and then exhale, come back to your forward fold. and then releasing, sliding back onto your belly, and then bringing your hands either side of your ribs, and you're going to reach your right leg back behind you, and then as you exhale, bring the knee in towards your shoulder, reach it back, and exhale, bring it in. One more, reach it back, and exhale, bring it in. And then from here, press up into this left hand, bring your right foot behind you, straighten your left leg and kick the edge of your foot in, and then you're going to lift up into Wild Thing and really press your hips up towards the ceiling. And then slowly lower the bottom hip down and bend your leg more to support you, and hold on to this right foot. And then inhale, bring the leg back, and exhale, draw it in, releasing your lower back. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. And then bring both feet together, roll back onto your knees, bring your right hand to your sacrum, sweep your left arm up and over, hold the back of your neck, wrap this hand around, and then inhale, turn back to the front, and exhale, folding in. And then from here, releasing down, bringing your hands either side of your ribs. Now your left leg is going to go back. Going to reach your left leg as far back as you can, and then exhale, bring your knee towards your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. And then come onto your right hand and step your left foot. So on the ball of your left foot, flex your right foot and kick the outside edge of the foot into the mat, and then lift. Release your right hip down, bend your right knee and hold your left ankle. Inhale, reach back, and exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, reach back. And exhale, pull the knee in. Bring both knees together, roll back onto all fours, and then bring your right leg back, reach it out to the side, and then bring it all the way through. And then from here, you're going to reach your arms up, find your Kali Mudra now in your lunge, and sink your hips down. And then from here, you're going to take your left hand to your right leg and reach around with your left arm. And see if you can slide it down. You'll be able to see better on the other side. Turn it round to hold the outside of your left thigh. Keep dropping and sinking down through your hips. And then bring your left hand to your right hip and your right hand to your left hip. Twist a little bit deeper. And then turning around, you're going to hold on to your left elbow with your right hand. Keep sinking into your hips, and then bend this left elbow, bring your index finger and thumb to touch, and take that arm out to the side. Take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, reach that hand back and hover. Inhale, come back And then exhale, release both hands to the floor, straightening this right leg. And then reaching your left arm underneath and coming into a forward fold. Sweeping your right leg back and coming up to downward facing dog. And from your downward facing dog, just pedaling out your legs. And then drop both knees back down. Inhale, reach your left leg back. And exhale, take it out to the side. Hold your knee crease, bring it through into your lunge. And then from here, you're going to inhale, reach your arms up, find your Kali Mudra and drop a little bit deeper into your hips. And then release and bring your right hand to your left knee and reach either take your left hand around by your hip, or you can bring your left hand down the outside of your right leg and twist a little bit deeper. And then slide your right hand to your left hip and your left hand to your right hip and go deeper into the twist. Bring your right hand around and hold your right elbow with your left hand. Sink back into the lunge. Bring your index finger and thumb to touch and take that arm out to the side. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, you're going to straighten that arm again. Reach it back and bring your chest to a hover. Inhale, come back, and exhale, release your hands down and start to straighten that left leg. Thread your right arm underneath and hold your left elbow and fold it. Rebend the left knee, slide the right foot back, and then from here you're going to come into a pigeon pose. So from your pigeon pose, you're going to just rock a little bit side to side just to open up the hip, and if you need to you can open up the hip more, and you just won't get as much stretch in the psoas, but we're going to do that in a moment anyway. And then so just a little sway side to side, and then reaching your right arm back for the outside of your left thigh again. And you can stay here, or you can bend this bottom leg and point the toe, or even reach back for the foot and then push the foot away and really stretch into that psoas. And then from here you're going to release the back foot, going to lean into this right hip and bring your right foot more at a right angle, and then you're going to bring your right elbow or your right shoulder, you'll be able to see it better on the other side, into this knee and hold on to the foot, and maybe bend the back knee and hold that foot. So you're holding a foot in each hand and just releasing your head down towards the floor. So you don't have to get hold of this back foot, this is fine. And then slowly press yourself up, sweep this left leg around, bring the soles of your feet together into a diamond pose. Inhale here and exhale, folding in, opening up across the lower back. And then come up, Keep your left leg where it is and sweep your right leg around. So just have a little sway side to side as you release into your pigeon pose on this side. And you can stay here or support yourself with your right hand and reach your left hand back, maybe for your right hip. Maybe you can take that left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Releasing the front of this right hip all the time. And you can stay here or maybe bend that right knee and point the toes, or even reach back for the foot and then push the foot into your hand and really stretch through the psoas there. And then release and roll onto your right hip and come onto the inside edge of this right foot. So it's a much looser pigeon pose. And then see if you can bring this left shin more parallel with the front edge of your mat. And you're going to bring your left elbow or your left shoulder into your left knee and reach your right arm back. You can stay here or you can bend the right knee and hold the right foot, dropping your head down towards the floor, just relaxing your neck. And then release the back foot and sweep it around. Come back, maybe bring your heels a little bit closer and bring your hands onto your knees. And then you're going to push down into your knees, straighten your right arm and twist to the right. And then back to center. Straighten your left arm and twist to the left. And then draw your knees together. Hold your shins. Inhale. Straighten and lengthen your spine. Exhale, reverse. Namaste Mudra. Rounding in, maybe picking up your toes. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, rounding it. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding it. And then hold the backs of your thighs and slowly roll down. Stretching your legs out, opening your arms out, and settling into Shavasana. Allowing yourself to drift into this complete relaxation, this total surrender. Let it be a sanctuary, a refuge that you can come back to again and again. And stay in this pose as long as you've got. And when you're ready to come out, drawing your knees in, reaching your arms over the crown of your head, rolling to the side and pressing yourself up. So thank you for allowing me to share that practice with you. I know it can be tough opening up these areas where all the tissues have moulded into a different shape than you want them to be in. But keep going with it and you will see the results. If you like this video, then subscribe to my channel and leave a comment or a suggestion, and I'll see you on the next video.